welcome back everybody to another episode of Cities Skylines Snowfall with me, Vapor. And I've just loaded up my game to do a video and there's been a patch. It took me a little while to get everything working again, and they've added a couple of things. The main thing being a landscaping tool. Now I had the one from the workshop, so it conflicted, so I've had to disable it, but it basically does the same thing. The only difference is if we take a look at this, and I mean straight away, as soon as you go in, it allows you to see the underground. Let me get away from those police cars, which is quite cool. So you'll know where all your tunnels are and things like that. So over here I've got quite a few tunnels, which I think is really useful. The other thing you might notice, I'm not sure, it depends on the quality of the video, I think it's called a topographical view. I could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but you can actually see the heights of the land, so they actually allow you to kind of see what you're working with, which I guess in some instances would be quite cool. I don't know if it's a good example. You can see it on the mountains here as well in the background, and maybe more if you go towards the sea. There we are. So you can actually really see it. At first I wasn't sure where it was because I'd not read the patch notes. I couldn't figure out why anything wasn't working, and I went and had a quick look on Twitter because it didn't say anything on Steam, and aha, there it was. There's a patch, and I think it was published about an hour ago from when I'm doing this video, so it's pretty recent. But they've added the tools in, so yeah, I guess about time. There's also this here, we got the brush strength, and I'm guessing it's something to do with this. I don't know. I'm not too sure what this is yet. Soil availability, I'm not sure. Pass. I need to read up a little bit more and figure out what that is. But they've also moved the pedestrian highways into this tab as well. So if you're looking in here, it's not here anymore. And they've also separated the plazas and the parks. They're now separate as well. Yeah, which I couldn't find. But my rocks are in here. I think they were in there before. My trees are here as always. Well, they've moved, but I mean that's a little bit misleading, I guess. But also they've added rocks. Now bearing in mind I downloaded some from the workshop, but they've added some in. So if you have a quick look, basically same thing really, but I guess they're just official ones, and they can overlap as well, which is quite cool because I think these really can add something to an area. I think they're well worth it. And last but not least, they've added canals. Now I've never had the urge to build a canal in my city, but maybe now I will. And I think for those people that like to build places like Amsterdam and Venice, and I guess even certain parts of London and England have canals as well, so that's there. We'll look at that in a second, but first off is this key. Now I've tried to use stuff from the workshop to put along this edge because as you can see the sea level is quite low compared to the wall, and most things don't work very well, plus you get the annoying seagulls. But as you can see over here, I've put this key wall in. I think it's called a key wall, yeah, and it only works on the shoreline, so if I try to go inland here it won't work, but it'll quite happily work along there, and it snaps automatically, even though I think I've got that turned off yet. But if you turn that on, it doesn't give you as much flexibility, but it's quite cool. So for this sort of thing, it's great, and I'll show you what else it does. It raises the land. It's not quite touching it, from what I can see. But if we come over here, because we need to do it, see, it's adjusted the land here. I'm going to try and smooth that out a little bit more. Now I can't bring it along here, because there's no shoreline. I'm going to put some rocks or something in there to tidy it up. But if you watch what it does, I'm not sure if I want to put it here or not. It might not be able to do it. God, emergency services is like the most annoying sound in the world. Let's move away. Right, here we are. Do you know what? I'm going to just switch it to daytime. What's it under? Gameplay, day-night cycle. I saw snow for the first time the other day as well. I'm just surprised I've not seen that before, considering I've been playing on this map for a while now. So I find it's probably best to line it up just past the edge of the land. I mean, you can probably get away with that. And what it'll do, it'll give you a little bit more land too. Plus, you won't get like this. I kind of did it over there. I'll show you, mate. You'll kind of get the lip of this land showing, But I think as long as you've got a little bit of land within that, it will. There we go. So it's raised the land along here, which I can put some trees or whatever in. I think it's quite a cool addition actually. I'm quite happy with it. Let's put that here. I mean, I've not tried to use the freeform tool with this yet. Oh, look at that. And that's connected fairly well. I think, yeah, it has. Oh, that's just perfect. I think we'll run that along here. Can we get away with this? Height is too high. Okay. The question is what height is it referring to? We might actually have to use the terraforming tools. Oh, look at it. It's actually, I know I've got it on freeform, but it's actually following the coastline quite nicely. This has to be one of my most favourite additions so far. Because I really hate the coastlines, especially when they're like this. They're so high compared to where the water is, but now it's giving me a little bit of land and I can put things in. I won't keep doing that. I need to figure this bit out. It might just be... Let's try the tools, because I've not used these yet. I don't know if I want to use soften or not. Let's try that one. And I'm guessing the brush strength is to do with this, but I kind of like the old one where you could tweak it, a bit like in the map editor. Okay, so that's not coming up too abruptly. Put it on here. Oh, that's not too bad, because usually when you do this, it can come up and shoot up and you'll get a huge mountain. Right, let's see what happens here. Where's it gone? Aha. And I'm guessing I can probably just right click and lower that down. Oh, nice. Well, that, I think, if we come out of here, is pretty cool. And a bit more realistic, I think. I'm not too sure what we'll do here. I might continue with these sort of rocks along the side, just to make it kind of fit in a little bit more. And I do wonder if, let's try it. Oh, don't want that one. If we soften the terrain here, will it actually do anything? Because some of it looks like here. Oh yeah, so you can still tweak it. The camera's freaking out a little bit. Level terrain. Yeah, it's going a little bit strange. But I bet with a little bit of work we can do that. And what I was referring to about placing it as close to the edge as possible is to avoid this. So I'll delete this and start again. But if we replace it a little bit further out, let's do it now actually, so you can see what I mean. Go to that piece. Yeah, I think that's probably about right. So, new building. I'm gonna have a look what that is. Maybe they've added something else and I've not picked up on that yet. Yeah. So when we don't want to go that way. When we're doing it, as long as the edge of the land, if we can come in from the side, is about halfway through that wall, it should. I might do it like that actually. I kind of like the curve. It's pretty epic. Anyway, canals. I'm not going to probably use this straight away, but for kind of testing purposes, I need somewhere there's a bit of water. There we go. Let's do it here near the edge of the map. So there's 3 different depths. So we've got a shallow, a medium, and a deep. I don't think the deepest canal option had the large amounts of water. If you're deep, it's prone to flooding, upgrade part of the canal at the start. Okay. So you've got to tweak it a little bit basically, but it just, to me, looks like a bit of a road. So let's do what they've said. Let's just put at the beginning, let's put a medium bit, because you have to link it up to water. I don't think. Yeah, I'm hoping the old terraforming tools will be compatible with this, because you could just add a water spawner in there, and that would be a lot easier to do. So hopefully, once the modder who does that kind of gets wind of what's going on here, they might upgrade it. Okay, so I'm not quite sure. Let's speed the game up a little bit. Here comes the crazy water. It might need to be a medium one for here, actually. It is filling up. The question is, once there's water in there, if I delete that, would the water stay or would it slowly disappear? Because that tends to be what happens. The water drains away off the land. I don't know if they've made this so it won't do that. Let's put the medium on it. I'm just going to leave that here for now. I think it'll be quite cool. It'd be a good addition to any town though, so maybe we'll do that a bit later on. I'm not sure, but I'm really happy with this. Also, going back to what we were actually doing before this patch broke a few of my things, you can see in our residential area now we've actually got some skyscrapers. So I've been tinkering around a little bit with things. The way I got that to work is I made a district just for this area, and I think if we come out of here a second, I added a policy. Yeah, high-tech housing, because that increases the land value of nearby buildings. And as soon as I did that, wow, everything started. Yeah, that one's maximum, that's almost. So we're pretty much getting there with that, which is quite cool. What else have we done? done a few things. We've extended our housing down quite a bit, and as you can tell now, we do need more housing. This is more of a temporary fix, but it seems to be working. Let me slow the game down. So at the end of this motorway, I've hooked it up and I've put some tunnels, so if they're going straight through, they can just jump on the tunnel and come through here. Using the traffic precedent, I have messed around with this because they would have put traffic lights here usually. What I've done is given priority to the road, and anything coming on has to give way. And that way, when there's nothing really coming this way, they can just go for it. And the same here on this junction. So if we have a look, where is it? Priority signs. Alright, you can see it there. Maybe I didn't do it there, maybe I took it off, because I have been tinkering with the roads. But usually in the UK, if you're on a side road like this, there wouldn't always be traffic lights. You just have to wait to be able to get out. Oh, hopefully somebody lets you out. Ah, there we go, I did it on this one as well. Because I just don't see the need for traffic lights all the time. Because cars would come along here, stop, but there'd be nothing here, and it just holds things up, and it makes things a little bit smoother. I've also upgraded this road as well, because it was on the normal 2-lane, and it's making this area run a little bit better, if you ask me. Traffic, yeah, it's not really too bad. The only place that's bad, and I'm not surprised. Yeah, so basically our main problem with traffic is in this new commercial area that I've done, and I thought I planned it out quite well. So if we come out and look, so most of the industry's gone. I think in fact all of it's gone. It's just some incinerators and things over here which I need to move. This is really a work in progress, so I've only kind of put some of the more basic buildings in. I've done a lot of like tunnels underground, but I think I guess it's the main thoroughfare in and out here has become really busy, so I need to think about this and how I can actually make it better. I mean, you can come straight in off the highway, which is cool, and you can also leave on the highway on this side, which is only a temporary thing again. I'm not too sure how I'm going to deal with this, but we need a commercial area, so this is what we came up with for the moment. And as you can see, we have a lot of people walking around. We really are making the most of the underground station here. You see there's a lot of people. I think the main one though over here, this one, is just usually has tons and tons and tons of people. It's literally tons of people everywhere. I'm tempted almost to move that onto this side and do underground pedestrian paths to the other side, but I kind of have a tweak of that later on, I think. But I just kind of wanted to do a quick episode, mainly because there was a patch. And in the next episode, I think we will continue. I did want to build a little island out here to do some of the trash management, because we got the houses here, and I think just having a little island that can come and pick up the trash and come back, maybe some power on there as well, and we'll probably do that, and we'll decorate it, and we'll try and do it all in an episode, even if it takes a little bit longer. And I think that'll be a cool idea. But in the meantime, I'm going to finish this wall along here. But I'm quite happy with how things are coming forward. So I'm going to leave the episode right there. Until next time, as always, take care.